Hello, welcome back to my channel where today I'll be testing out Korean face masks and Japanese hair dye. So I've seen a lot of people raving about K-beauty face masks, so I went and picked myself up 3. These are the Jiinju beauty brand. So I got myself a gold foil sheet mask, and then I got a ginseng and eucalyptus under eye mask, then I got an egg white sheet mask for extra glow. I'll talk more about the hair dye when I actually use it, but these are the Devil's Trick Quis Quis hair dye. They're meant to only take 5 minutes to set, which is why I picked them up. I got these in Japan, so I can't actually read the instructions, but I'm sure we'll be able to find them online. But today I'm just going to use one of the face masks. I'm not going to do one every day as it's not great for your skin, so I'm going to leave a 2-day gap in between each mask. I'm going to start with the egg white sheet mask because my skin is looking quite dull today. So I've already washed my face, so I'm just going to put this on. Oh, I should actually show you my face beforehand so you can see if these make a difference. This is my skin before. I have texture on my forehead that doesn't really go away, and then I have a few spots. My eyebrows are looking really bad recently. Basically, my skin is oily, but where I shave my eyebrows it gets really dry. I'll also give a show of what my face looked like before I started the skincare and after. So just to be transparent, I will also be using my normal skincare. So I use the Garnier Skincare Micellar water, which is its cleansing water, just to give my face more oils. And then to dry my face back down, I use the Pure Applying Toner. That was a very long explanation. Let's just put the face mask on now. So I've already washed my face, as I knew that was one of the steps. Oh, the steps are like really cute little pictures. I like that. Okay, it doesn't smell like anything really. It kind of just smells like clean soap. That's how I would describe it. It is very wet though, which is probably a good thing. And this paper is really soft. It sticks on really easily. Probably because it's so wet. And I'll just start a timer for 15 minutes. While it's setting, I'm just gonna Google what egg white sheet masks are meant to do for you. So according to Google, egg whites are used for tightening and firming the skin. And if you have large pores or acne, egg whites can close these pores and get rid of buildup. That's saying a lot. I've never really used face masks because I don't really see the point in them. We'll have to see if this makes my face feel tighter. It doesn't feel like it's tightening anything right now. This face mask still has to be on for a minute, but I'll just talk about the things I completely forgot to talk about. This mask is a fibre mask. I don't know the difference between the masks, but all the masks I got are different, so you have to see the different types throughout the week. I got this from Superdrug. I think that's the only place you can get them in the UK, if I researched it correctly. And they're also against animal testing. I always Google that sort of thing before I buy them. So this has got quite dry. The edges are still quite damp, but they're not quite stuck down properly. The lip flap has completely dried out and is no longer sticking to me. Cheeks, this bit's really dry. I will say my skin feels really nice and soft. I've got a little bit red, but that's because I have really sensitive skin. It doesn't feel like it's burnt me or anything. My eyebrows feel really soft. The rest of my skin feels a bit tacky, but I think that's the oils mixing with the sheet mask. It doesn't feel sticky, but it feels like it would actually be a pretty good base for makeup. I think a good test of my eyebrows would be shaving it right now and seeing if I cut myself. That shaves so nicely. It feels nice and flat, it looks quite flat. I know this isn't a great test for like general people using these masks, but for me it's a good test. Yeah, my eyebrows don't feel dry. Usually when I shave them, they feel really dry. I did cut myself a bit, which isn't great. But obviously, cutting does happen even if your skin is nice and smooth. Also, it doesn't sting when I'm putting it over my freshly shaven eyebrows. Sometimes I get moisturisers that actually sting when you've just shaved. The rest of the face is set in now. Don't know whether you want to wash these off. It doesn't say to wash them off. The last step is rub it in. Is it more glowy? I'd say so, yeah. And I feel like it's settled the texture on my forehead a bit. Final thoughts on this one. I don't think I'd buy it again. I'm not a massive fan of it's just it's not like pulling obviously. It really does feel like primer, and I was expecting it to sink into the skin a bit more. I think the packaging is really cute, but all the packaging is really cute, so I wouldn't just buy it because the packaging is cute. Yeah, I think it's good. I don't think it's like revolutionary or like the most amazing face mask I've ever used. Hi, so it's been a few days and I'm back to do another face mask. My skin isn't doing the best right now. My forehead has got really irritated. I don't know if it's anything to do with the mask I used the other day because I haven't changed anything else about my skincare. But we're going to keep going with this video. Because my forehead is quite irritated, I'm going to use the under eye ones today. They are my favourite looking ones. This packaging is so cute with a little koala. And these are Wide Awake Ginseng and Eucalyptus. I don't know what either of those things are. Oh, this one smells nice. They look like this. They're in like a little plastic packaging. They definitely smell floral. That's stuck on really well. I've used some of these before where they basically just fall off your face and you kind of have to lay down while you're wearing them, otherwise you're just going to lose them. They feel really nice under the eyes. And like I put them a little bit close to my eyes. I don't know how close you're actually meant to put them. And these ones are 20 to 30 minutes. Put on a timer and let them sit. And while we let them sit, I'll do the same thing as last time and look up what ginseng and eucalyptus are meant to do to my face. So ginseng has anti-inflammatory properties which will help get rid of redness and puffiness. Circles are basically just dark circles. I don't really have red or puffy circles. But let's look at what eucalyptus does. Eucalyptus is used to improve dry skin. Again, I should have looked up exactly what these products were going to do before I bought them, as I do have oily skin and most of these seem to be for dry skin, but it doesn't actually say on the packaging. I feel like it should say on the packaging what type of skin they're for. Like, it definitely doesn't say, it just says wide awake. I feel like it should say underneath like sensitive skin or oily skin or dry skin. Because I just saw wide awake and I was like, oh, I have dark circles, that would be good for dark circles, but it obviously isn't. So it's been 25 minutes, so I'm going to take these off. They don't feel any different when I put them on. They're no less sticky or like spongy. It doesn't feel sticky like the other one, but it also feels like there's no residue whatsoever. So like maybe it's all gone in, but maybe it's just not done anything. I don't think my skin feels any different. My under eye bags look the same. There's no notable difference. My eyes feel a little tiny bit irritated, but I think I put them too close, so that's my fault. There's nothing to do with the mask. I don't think these did anything. So my conclusion for the ginseng and eucalyptus under eye bags is that I wouldn't buy these again. Again, the packaging is so cute, but that's not the reason I would buy anything. I don't feel like it did any difference. The only thing it did was kind of irritate my skin and my eyes a little bit. Well, you can see it's a little bit red there. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera. I've got a little bit red just under my eye bag just there, which is odd because isn't ginseng meant to get rid of redness? Yeah, I don't think these did anything. I think they're kind of gimmicky. I feel like I kind of wasted my money on these. I'm still holding out hope for my last mask, the gold foil mask. I'm going to do this in a couple of days. And I really hope it makes my money worth it. Alright, so it's been another few days and I'm back to my last face mask. My skin has kind of gone back to normal now, which I'm very glad about. And obviously I've bleached my hair, ready to do my hair dye tomorrow or maybe the day after. But for now we're going to do the gold foil sheet mask for radiant skin. So again, I've washed my face. Getting the hang of this now. Kind of just smells like fresh soap, just like the first one really. Compared to the first one, this mask is really stiff and it's not as soft. It's definitely wet, but it's not soft. It's so stiff, I don't know how to actually make it stick to my face. Annoyingly, that seems to be the best I'm going to get. My hands are so wet, they're even wetter than when I did the first one. Am I just going to have to hold it the whole time just to make it stick? We set a timer for 15 minutes. Okay, so gold is an antioxidant and has anti-inflammatory properties. It's going to reduce redness and protect against free radicals, which lead to wrinkles and sun damage. Okay, that's good. I was in the sun all of yesterday, so hopefully that'll be good for my skin. So I'm back, it's been 15 minutes. I've been holding it down, and after the 15 minutes of holding it down, it is sticking a bit better. But it's not really sticking here, and I can't get the nose to go down just because it's so stiff. But we're going to take it off. Okay, my face just looks very wet. I feel like it hasn't really settled in at all, even though I did leave it on for the full 15 minutes. So my face kind of just feels slimy. Oh, it's just going in my eye. Ow. I feel like it's really obvious to say, but don't get it in your eyes because obviously it is like a soap. Has it done anything? I don't think so. My face doesn't really feel any smoother, it just feels wet. So I feel like if it dried out a bit more, maybe it would be better. My forehead is looking better, I feel like it's settled down a bit. I don't think it liked the first one I used, so I'm hoping it won't flare up again after this. It doesn't feel smooth enough to shave my eyebrows, but I won't do that because I feel like I'm going to cut myself if I do it right now. Conclusion on the final face mask. I didn't like it. I feel like I wasted so much money on these. I know they're on the cheaper end, but it's still money, and I still don't want to spend money on stuff that I don't like. I wouldn't buy this again. I don't think this one did anything. Yeah, overall I'm not very impressed with these. I'll leave it to settle into my skin, and then when I dye my hair tomorrow, I'll do a final shot of what my skin looked like before and after, so you can see the difference that these may or may not have made. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Hello, welcome back to my final day of filming this video, the day where I'll finally be moving on from skincare and on to hair dye. But before I start that, I'll just do an update on my skin. Please ignore the fact that it is red. I got caught in the sun doing the gardening yesterday, so it's a little bit red, like on the cheeks, on the forehead. So just focus on the texture, because obviously the redness has nothing to do with the masks. So I don't think my skin looks or feels any different, and I feel like I wasted £9, which is a shame because I was really looking forward to these masks. I've seen a lot of people talk about K-beauty skincare. I might try different brands, the ones that I've seen more people talk about. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend the Jiinju beauty line. You can try it out if you want, because obviously everyone has different skin types and just different skin in general. My skin just didn't like any of them. I feel like they should list on the products what exactly it's going to do for your skin, because I had to Google what the products were doing and then what type of skin it's for, just to make it easier for consumers. But yeah, those are my final thoughts on the skincare. We're now going to move on to the hair dye. I'm looking forward to these because I've wanted to have pastel-y hair for a while, and obviously these are pastel-y colours rather than my usual neon colours. I'm just going to do my hair as normal, so I've got a bowl to mix it in, and then I've got a brush to put it on, and then a little comb just to sort it out. Again, I can't read the back of these, but I'm assuming is you just use it like normal hair dye, and then it says 5 minutes on the front, so just leave it on for 5 minutes. I'm going to do one side of my head lavender, and then I'm going to mix together the green and the blue I have to make a turquoise for the other side of my head. I'm going to do like a proper e-girl thing and do half and half split hair rather than my usual checkerboard. I'm looking forward to seeing what these smell like, because most of the hair dye I use doesn't smell like anything, but I know some hair dye does. Oh, this smells so good. Wait, it kind of smells like Sweeties. Have you ever had Percy Pigs? It smells like Percy Pigs. Oh, I love that. Maybe they'll all smell different and it's to do with the colour. It looks really dark in the bowl, but I find that hair dye does look darker before you put it on your head. I've got proper e-boy hair now. The middle parts don't suit me at all. So I bought this hair dye in Japan. It was 300 yen for a packet, with the added tax on afterwards is about £3 in UK. So I've used the pink one before, but I haven't used any of the other colours, and I just did it really quickly in the bathroom of our Airbnb before going out to Disney, because my hair was getting really faded and it was really annoying me. And it worked really well back then, so I'm hoping this one is going to work just as well. I'm curious to see if the colour is the same as the packaging, I think is the main thing. Just like the packaging on the front is obviously pastel, but this is really dark. I wasn't expecting it to be this dark. One packet empty, so unless you have a buzz cut, I guess, you're going to need quite a lot of packets of these. But I feel like this is kind of like the normal size you get hair dye packets in. If the back is bad, don't blame me, I only have the one mirror. You know what, there's a mirror in my hallway, I'm just going to go and quickly do the back of my hair and then I'll be back. So I've done the back of my hair now. I would say that I used about 1.5 packets, and then I just kind of threw on the rest of it because I don't want to waste it. So it does go a long way, I'd say. Lots of these packets, they don't really go a long way because they don't spread easily. Let's make my second colour now. See if these smell different. This one smells like sour Skittles. Oh my god, these smell so good. This one smells sour with more sugary. Kind of like a sherbety smell. There's the colours in the bowl before I mix them. I'm hoping this is going to make a nice colour. They look like they'll make a nice colour. It's like a really nice greeny turquoise. It's more green than blue. It's kind of like a sea foamy blue. It literally smells like you could eat it. Definitely don't eat it because it's hair dye. It's poisonous. My whole room's going to smell like sherbet for the rest of the week, and that made me really happy. With split hair dye, you don't have to be really careful around the middle unless that's where you're going to part your hair. I don't part my hair down the middle, so if the colours go together a bit, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm assuming the way you'd actually do it is like put a cover over this, like a piece of tin foil. Okay, again I'm going to go do the back in the other room and then we'll be back. So the hair dye is on. I'll set my timer for 5 minutes. This is very strange. Usually I set a timer for 4 hours to dye my hair. I'm in my mirrorless bathroom, about to take this hair dye out my hair. Unlike lots of the other brands I use, it hasn't dried down. It's still like sticky, as you can see. I'm worried it's going to basically all just slip off and not really dye it. But we'll have to wait and see. So I've just dried my hair so you can see the final colour result. This side is very pastel-y, like the packaging suggested, and this side is a really nice like sea foamy green colour. I really love this side. I think it's such a cool colour. I feel like this applied quite evenly. I'm really happy with it. It really does work in 5 minutes, which is amazing. Another thing I've noticed is that these packagings have little fruit on them, so I believe that's what they're meant to smell like. This one has grapes and then this one has raspberry. I just didn't realise that before. I think that's really cute. So if you like the smell of those sorts of things, you will definitely like these. For 300 yen, which again is about £3, these are so good. You can't get hair dye in England that is this good and this fast with such a good colour range as well. So I would definitely recommend these if you can find them. So glad this video actually turned out successful and I found something that worked. The face mask was definitely a disappointment, but the hair dye is so good that I don't really mind anymore. They've kind of lifted my spirits a bit. But yeah, if you like this video, please like and comment what else you'd like me to do, then subscribe as I try and post a new video every single Sunday. Don't hold me to that. Bye bye.